Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you a true business growth expert, an entrepreneur, Shankar Ponsalat. With over 10 years of experience in the industry, Shankar is taking his own business to the impressive $1 million mark by leveraging the power of AI. As the host of the Shankar Ponsalat podcast, Shankar shares his wealth of knowledge and expertise in utilizing AI for business success. He offers tips, tricks, and strategies that help entrepreneurs and business owners stay ahead of the curve and achieve their goals. Join us now at dailycontent.ai. Please give a warm welcome to Shankar Ponsalat.
Well, yes. Thank you. It's good to be here with all of you. And we have just wrapped up week number 7 of 2024. And there's been a lot that has happened this week. Bitcoin in the world of cryptocurrency has seen tremendous growth. I believe we are around 52,000 right now. Let me actually look at the charts. Yes, so today is Sunday, February the 18th, and within the past week, Bitcoin has basically climbed from $47,000 to $52,000, which is about a 7% increase. And I would do all of you a disservice not talking about the importance of cryptocurrencies as part of your plan for the future. Whether you are an individual or a business owner, a professional, or an employee, no matter what type of individual you are, this is knowledge that is important to know, and I highly advise you to take in the information that I present today and maybe make some life-changing decisions. But I have to warn you, I am not a financial advisor, and anything you learn in this podcast is most definitely only to be considered education, and you always have to do your own research and make sure that you don't risk any money that you cannot afford to lose. All right, with all that disclaimer being given, here's a recap of what happened recently. As you know, last month, the SEC approved Bitcoin ETFs, meaning Bitcoin can now be traded officially on the stock market, and large institutional investors such as Vanguard, Fidelity, BlackRock, they can now offer products where they can, on behalf of their clients, funnel large amounts of money into Bitcoin. And they are going to do that. As a matter of fact, they have already started. But as always in large institutions, things take a little bit more time, but it is widely accepted and expected by experts in the field that enormous amounts of funds will flow into these Bitcoin ETFs. And what that means for you as a small individual investor is to either considering if you want to own a share in one of those ETFs, or if you want to maybe own and purchase Bitcoin directly in your own wallet. One of the easiest ways I know of to own Bitcoin is to use a service called Coinbase. It's pretty safe and is very widely known and accepted as one of the major exchanges where you can turn your fiat which is your United States dollar or your euro, and you can exchange that for Bitcoin. Nobody knows, of course, exactly how high Bitcoin can climb, but it is definitely possible that we will see a 10x, maybe even some people believe a 20, 30x within the next 2 to 3 years. Which means, of course, that if you position yourselves right now, if you get in position, if you can, that might be a very smart thing to do. Last week, also, OpenAI, the company that is behind ChatGPT, gave us a preview to its new technology called Sora, which is a text-to-video AI generator. And if you go to the website, you just have to Google it, you can find that the possibilities, the capabilities are already pretty impressive. Now, there's a lot of excitement that comes with the advancement of AI, which becomes better day by day. But there's, of course, also a dark side to it, a downside. And that is something I'm thinking about often as a business owner, because I have to embrace it instead in order to be competitive. And that is, what are millions of people who don't have a more advanced qualification and a more advanced skill set, what are these people are going to do? AI has already and will even more so replace jobs that right now are maybe entry-level administrative people. But also, as it gets better and better, it will replace copywriters, artists, designers, coders, videographers, and really the true kings in that space will be the expert coders that can develop these AI tools, understanding that they will most likely leverage AI itself to do all the grunt work, and then they will only resort to doing the higher level overview of what needs to be done to code those applications. So now, with all that being said, I am really, really convinced that what you need to do right now is prepare yourself for when this time comes. And I think it will happen much sooner than we all expect. And you need to prepare yourself in where you migrate yourself from a worker, an employee, to an investor as good as you can. And traditionally, investing in stocks, bonds, and things of that sort were, of course, a very good choice. But the growth of these assets is in no comparison to what is possible within the cryptocurrency realm. Especially now, we are at the very beginning of a bull run. Bull run is a period in which we expect prices to go up. And a lot of gains can be secured if you time yourselves right. So this is, again, not financial advice, but a lot of experts agree that right now is really a good time to position yourself to own some crypto. If you know nothing else, you can always just go with Bitcoin, because I don't think that you can do anything wrong with it. Regardless of whether you believe that Bitcoin is a real thing or not, if it is real money or not, the fact is that Bitcoin is limited in its availability. There can only ever be 21 million Bitcoins, and that people want it. People spend huge amounts of money in purchasing Bitcoin. And now, as I told you, even institutional investors have access to it, which means that de facto Bitcoin is a store of value that people have chosen to utilize. Whether it's real money or not, doesn't matter. The world has decided that Bitcoin has value and is valuable. And that means that there's an opportunity here. Depending on how you position yourselves, with maybe a little bit higher risk appetite and more boldness, which I'm certainly in that camp, you might be able to truly establish a retirement nest egg for you that might make up for maybe some missed years of saving, which we all know that a lot of us are in that situation. When considering investing, as always, it's very important to stay diversified, and that means that you don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you have, let's say, $10,000 to invest, don't go and take all of that and invest it into Bitcoin now. But take a fraction of that $10,000 according to your risk appetite and do it. And then take the rest and put it into maybe a traditional savings account or any of the other options that are available to you. I, for myself, know, again, as a business owner and as someone who is heavily focused on wealth creation, I know that the adoption of artificial intelligence, of spatial computing, and of cryptocurrency in a combination is going to be super vital and essential for the survival of your companies. That is for sure. I think that's all I wanted to convey today. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. And I'll see or hear you again in my next update.